Good morning, everyone. Today is Sunday, April 12th, 2020. For those of you who celebrate Easter, happy Easter to you. Today I am going to give you a flip through of my second planner for April. I managed one day, April 1st, in my standard ring planner before I decided that the ring mechanism was just killing me. And so then I switched over to this disc situation. And I have something else up my sleeve for May. You guys, the exact perfect size and configuration that I want is just not something that's made. So the jumping around in planner sizes is because I'm just not happy. So I keep trying new things, hoping that something will be like the thing that sticks. But for this month, I am using a Foxy Fix number 5. This is a B6 size notebook. It is the wide spine with 6 strands, although I'm not using any of them. This notebook is borrowed from my wonderful friend Jennifer Miller Crowder because I didn't have one and I didn't want to buy one just to try this out. This is a Spice Magnolia from Foxy Fix. It's got the gold bee on the front, which I love, and she's got nothing on the spine here. My rainbow swag is from my dear friend Lisa at Fir Yew, and also my charms. I love, see if I can get this one straight so you can see both sides of it. This charm and balloon, just so perfect. And then this is an older charm that I have from her because I like the pink flower. So what is in here right now, whoops, there goes my pen, is a disc planner that's completely separate from the cover. I tried sliding the back cover in the pockets and it just detached itself from the discs. So really this is the planner and this is just like to carry it around and hold it and keep it safe in my bag, I guess. Yeah, that's the situation. I don't love that. Foxy Fix does make a, this is mini happy planner size, by the way, and they do make a mini happy planner perfect fit cover. So I wanted to try this to see if I liked it before I went and bought one of those when their shop opens back up. And I've determined some things about this that I like and some things that I don't. So anyway, inside, I'll do you flip through and show you everything and then talk about what I'm thinking about for next month. So as always, I've got just a decorative piece of paper here in the front pocket. This was a one of the journaling cards that came, and I just stuck that in. I've got my decorative tag that I made. I've got my Simon card that I always carry in the front pocket because he's just so cute. And then we have the planner itself. In the back, I have the kit card, the up and away kit card. I have the swatch card with all the colors, and then another piece of decorative paper here. Okay. So I'm actually going to move this out of the way and just flip through this part for you. So I took the craft cover from the standard, the simple dory that comes with the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit. All the decorations, by the way, are Cocoa Daisy. And I decorated it with some of the die cuts and things that come with. And I've got a dashboard and a journaling card here. And then I made my dividers out of the planner papers and the memory keeping papers, also with some die cuts. These little clouds are actually the pad of sticky notes that came this month, and I have 2 left. I've used so many of these. I love them. So anyway, my first section is my monthly section. I have another journaling card here. Here's the acetate that came in the planner classified kit. So I decided to put that on the front against this white page. Here's my inserts. So this is mini happy planner size, but I'm not using happy planner inserts. I created my inserts myself in Word. So it was a long and drawn out process because, as you can imagine, Word isn't terribly friendly for insert making, but now I kind of understand how Word works for what I want to do. And people keep telling me, try Publisher, try this, try that. But now I kind of know what I'm doing in Word. So I don't want to learn a whole new program. But anyway, this is my April monthly, which has not a single thing written on it because I've just been home and haven't gone anywhere and haven't done anything. I do have more monthlies printed here for enough for the rest of the year, but I don't think I'm going to be in this past April. More on that later. The next divider is for weekly inserts. And I have also, here's a piece of vellum that came with the kit, and I just realized I have this upside down. I think these are supposed to be raindrops and they're falling up. Oh well. And then here are my weekly inserts, and again, I created these in Word. This, I'll show you a blank one. This is very basically a lot like the layout in the print impression weeks that I was using for 6 months. And I really loved using that layout, and so I wanted to make myself something similar. So again, I did these in Word. Here's what a layout looks like when it's all decorated up. I have a bunch of these pages in here also, which was, who knew at the time, but probably not going to be used again. And then I just have a card here, which I think is supposed to have a tab on it. I don't know where the tab is. This is my sort of personal section. So this is the simple Dory from Cocoa Daisy from the Traveler's Notebook Memory Keeping Kit cut down. I just have decorative paper, but all of the pages in here, I'm going to take this out, my little markers. These are all the simple Dory pages with the decorations on them, like this. All I did was washi the edges and punch them, but this is what the simple Dory looks like, and I just cut off like some of the top or bottom. So I have all that in here, although as you can see, using very few of those pages. This is what the back inside cover looks like. For the first page, I have the Cocoa Daisy Monthly Planner Challenge graphic printed out. You can find this for free on their site. I'll link everything down below. And then the days of the month with my due dates. I'm on the Cocoa Daisy planner team and memory keeping team, so I want to keep my due dates straight for when it's my day for challenge prompts and when my blogs posts are due and things like that. So that's the first layout here. The second layout is my tracker. So because this is short, I split April into two, 1 through 15 and 16 through 30. And I created these little pages just in Excel, and I just played with the height and width of the boxes, printed it out a whole bunch of times, adjusting as I went until it fit on here nicely. So this is my personal tracker page. And then after that, I have my expenditures page. So I have my beginning of the month paycheck, fixed bills, and then expenses, and then middle of the month paycheck with fixed bills and expenses. And then that's pretty much it for this. And then in the back, I have some inserts for Simply Gilded. I'm a moderator in the Simply Gilded Facebook groups. And so I just keep information that I need for moderating back here. So that is, I just made this plastic cover for stability. So that is my situation. That's my current flip through. Let me put the little clips back in so I can find my space easily. So this one for the tracker. Of course, it's upside down. I want the pretty little thing to show. There it is. And then the one for the bill pages. And this basic setup has been working very nicely for me. It has everything I need without a bunch of stuff that I don't need. I can't decide yet if I love the rings or not. Part of it is because I'm not using a Happy Planner punch. This is an arc punch, and it does not punch very far into the paper. So the rings are held on just by a little bit. An actual Happy Planner punches in further so that more of the paper goes into the disc, if that makes any sense. So these are not quite as loose as they are here. But I don't want to buy a whole nother punch, and I really like the arc punch much better than the Happy Planner punch. I had one and I had to throw it away last year because it was just awful. It kept sticking and it was just terrible. And I really don't want to spend another $30 on a Happy Planner punch when I have one that works beautifully. So I'm going to stick with the arc punch, but these are Happy Planner rings. So here's my April situation. Now, I'm perfectly happy. I'm okay with this just sitting in here. That's fine. And I'm okay with the size of this. But here's what I do not like. I like a tall, narrow planner. And if you look at this, it is very square. And just the squareness of this is really bugging me. So I have some thoughts for next month. I'm going to slide this out of the way. So previously I was using, remember I was making my standard rings. This was a number 7 Foxy Fix, which is often called wide or Kahir size. And I had the ring mechanism tucked in here, but the problem is that the ring mechanism was A5 and it was taller and longer on the top and bottom than the actual notebook. The actual A5 Foxy Fix notebook is probably about 1/4 of an inch taller, which doesn't sound like much, but it's just enough to keep the ring mechanism from hanging out. But a number 8 notebook, again, is very wide, so it would be too square. So I thought, oh, let me try the number 7. That's a size up from 6, which is what standard is. And I could put the rings in there and use actual standard inserts. And I loved the inserts, but I did not care for how the rings stuck up here. And as nice of a workaround as it is to put the ring mechanism in the elastics, it's just not something I could do long term. The ring kept getting caught, it kept moving, and I just need an actual ring binder in that size, and nobody makes it. So I could go back to this, and this is a possibility. What I was thinking about doing, though, is using the Happy Planner discs again, and making a standard disc notebook. So I could do that, although the number 7 is still, it is taller and narrower, but it's not as tall or not as narrow as I like. My other option is going to be to use my actual number 6 notebook. But if I do that with discs, I've taken out the strings here. If I do this with discs, I'm going to need very skinny inserts, because the discs will stick out a certain length. And I will need, can you see the paper there? And I will need to account for that. So I'm considering, and these are some sketches that I made last night, I'm considering creating these inserts to try this next month. So it's either going to be, it's going to be definitely disc, and it's either going to be regular standard inserts in the number 7 with the discs, or these super skinny inserts in the number 6 with the discs. And I can't lie, the number 6, the actual notebook, is very pleasing to me. This proportion I love much better than I love this number 7, which is basically the same height as you can see, but definitely a smidge wider. So I am probably, of course, the standard inserts are already made because I use them in March. So that would be really easy to do. Just print out a whole bunch again and use the arc punch instead of a regular hole punch. These I'll have to actually go in the computer and create. Not only that, I won't be able to use my vertical layout that I like because of how narrow this is. I won't be able to fit 2 columns, and it would be silly to have basically 1 day on a page, or really, I guess, 2 days on a page. So I would have to go to like a more of a horizontal layout. Also for the monthly, I would have to go to something like this, where I don't have a normal calendar layout. I just have like the dates listed and write things next to it like a Calendex. So this is where I am right now. I'm probably going to make these up if it's not too difficult, and then print them out and give them a try. But you're going to see me move away from this next month and into one of these, and we will see which one it turns out to be. If you have any thoughts, I am more than happy to get some input, because my planner brain is just all over the place. I wish that I could be like my friend Cheryl and just have something that I love and be in the same exact size all the time. But there's always something that's just not quite right with what I'm using. So we're going to give one of these a shot next month. If you have any input, questions, comments, I'd love to hear them. Yeah, there you go. So that's my planner situation for April, and coming up for May, my thoughts. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye.